Hello and welcome to our topic of gratitude and the subtle worlds. Let's begin today's session with the third point of worship taken from this book, Daily Discipline of Worship. So close your eyes and join with me. The flame of the great presence in me. Let me stand as a radiant fire of righteousness today and for all the days of my life. Let me think, act, and speak in the spirit of righteousness. So we will continue talking about gratitude in the subtle worlds, and as you know, I'm reading it from this book, Other Worlds, and I just love this book. You can see from the condition that it's in how much I've used it, taught from it, read from it. I use it so much because it is so deep. Every page has so much meaning. So I will continue today, part 3, reading from chapter 43, Gratitude and the Subtle Worlds. And then when I finish about a page, I'll be reading from pages 378 to 379. We will do another set of 3 gratitudes. And since I've been doing this, and I have experienced many, many problems and challenges in my life and the life that's around us, we all are having those challenges. I am finding that the spirit of gratitude, to be reminded once again how to be grateful for all the little things and big things in life, really, really changes your attitude and soothes your heart and calms you down. So let me start by reading from the bottom of page 378. Gratitude toward others protects us from criticism, gossip, hatred, and malice and slander. It protects us because we just don't listen to those kinds of things and we don't get taken in by them. So it's a sense of gratitude just protects you, puts a shield around you. Every time you speak ill about someone, you literally commit suicide. You cut off the creative forces around you and create imbalance in your system. So this is saying don't criticize. Just step back and maybe express gratitude. It's really hard sometimes, but you can try it and see what happens. Whenever you have negative feelings or thoughts about someone who has hurt you, immediately try to find a reason to be grateful for that person. Believe me, this is not easy, but if you do it, even if you wait a couple of days and you rant and rave at first and then you become grateful, you will see all the reasons why this is so important. Perhaps due to his or her nasty and negative attitude toward you, you have become more alert and have developed something stronger in your character. Okay? When you develop a grateful attitude toward everyone, you protect yourself from your own negative and destructive thoughts, feelings, and words. So when we have that sense of I'm going to be grateful, then that nastiness doesn't come back to face the nastiness of somebody else. You just say, no, I'm not going to do that. You have a moment to reflect and take charge. When you develop a grateful attitude toward everyone, you protect yourself from your own negative and destructive thoughts, feelings, and words. Whenever you express any destructive thought, emotion, or word, it hurts you first before it hurts anyone else. So whatever comes out of our mouth is immediately coloring our aura, our mind, our emotions, our body chemistry is changing immediately. So if we develop that gratitude attitude, okay, toward everything and everyone, and if that becomes our own first response, something different will happen to us. As you continuously express negativity, your aura weakens and loses its magnetism. You will not be successful in your life Ugliness means to lose your magnetism, integrity, and harmony. Remember, the aura is the sum total of the energetic expression of your physical, etheric, emotional, mental bodies, all your centers, all the energies circulating and not circulating in you, as well as the presence and dominance of your own human soul, your chalice, and the solar angel even. So you can see that complete energy system that's around you is going to be damaged very subtly through criticism and hurtful and nasty comments. We should all really pay attention to this if we want health and prosperity and abundance and resilience. This is one of the formulas for it. Express gratitude. Gratitude makes you see beauty, acknowledge beauty, and respond in beauty. I will share something with you a little bit later. With gratitude, you relate to others in beauty. You can even raise the consciousness of others by relating to them in gratitude. So when you're nasty and critical, they get nasty back and critical. But if you say, thank you for that, that was interesting, then everything calms down. See, there's nothing to hook onto after that. When I went to see a woman express my gratitude to her, she started to cry, writes Torkom. She said to me, when you expressed your gratitude to me, my heart just opened. I suddenly remembered the things I had said about you, and I felt so bad. You humiliated me, and you also uplifted me to see a higher state of consciousness. Sincerity must always stand behind your gratitude. You can't just say, oh, thank you, whatever. You see, there's no snarkiness in this. You must be very sincere, because in that moment you are seeing down the line what is happening, where that moment of nastiness came from. So you are in the before, during, and after. You are developing that sense of eternal time, continuity of time. Very important quality to develop. So sincerity must always stand behind your gratitude. Expressing gratitude without sincerity is like writing checks without having the money in the bank to cover them. So it's not just, oh, thank you, whatever. You see, so we must be very, very careful that the energy that we put in our words is sincere. Otherwise, don't speak it. Gratitude creates right human relations. That is so important. Right human relations are established when you start appreciating others and being grateful to them. When you build right human relations, you start to function not as individuals, but as a group, as a mass of people, and eventually even as one humanity. You become a spiritual army together. So when we express gratitude, it is infectious. You see, at this time, let me just remember, at this time, we are facing the big celebration of Thanksgiving in the United States, where people have no other agenda but to get together as a family, as friends and loved ones, and eat together and celebrate together and just celebrate the abundance that they share with each other. We have really missed this in the last few years, and now this year many people are getting together. So I just want to take a moment and say Happy Thanksgiving to you, and express your thanks in every way that you can. And we will do that visualization at the end of today's session, so that you are able in any given moment to take that 5 seconds and say, I am grateful for, okay, and express it. Don't be shy about it. So gratitude creates right human relations. Gratitude makes you realize that you, yourself, must become a benevolent force for others. Sometimes we want to have other people do the benevolence, and we want to be nasty and always argue back. But no, we must become benevolent force for others. Benevolence will bring benevolence. Unless you give what you take, okay? You give what you take. Look what we are taking every day from the universe, and we have to give it back. Unless you do that, you cannot grow. So growth here depends on give and take. Not just nastiness, but give and take and gratitude, appreciation, love. Those are the people we celebrate in our lives. Who celebrates nasty people? But we celebrate loving, giving, grateful people. This is a very important law. You do not have love if you are not giving love to others. You have self-respect when you respect others. When you give to others, that is what you have. Please remember that in whatever you do this week, the end of this year, and starting next year. Remember, when you have self-respect, when you respect others, when you give to others, that is what you have. When you begin to develop the spirit of gratitude, a transformation takes place in your nature. You think more about what you can do for others to prove your growing attitude. When you give, you begin to grow. I just want to share a little bit of a story with you. Last week, I was feeling very stressed. A dear friend of mine had passed away, and my husband and I went at the end of the Friday workday to our new center, the land. Everybody had gone home. There was nobody there, so we unlocked the gates and drove in. And as we drove in, we looked up at the trees, and there was a beautiful hawk just sitting there and looking around, and it was magnificent. And at that moment, I started feeling that deep gratitude that this beautiful bird came and said hello to us. And when we moved a little bit, after just a few, like a minute, it flew off, flapped its wings, and then just dove into the wind and went east. And I just watched it and said, thank you. And then I turned around to go toward the building, and there was a rainbow to greet me. And again I stood, and I thought, thank you, God, for this beautiful colors. And then we just walked in solemnity, walked into the half-built building. We lit a candle and incense and walked through the entire building. And as we walked through the entire building, the sun set in the west, and we saw rays of sunshine, orange and red and beautiful blue sky, radiating through the beams of the building right on to the altar of our new center. It was beautiful, and I just stood there and I could just feel my sense of gratitude, and I expressed gratitude to everything I can think of, to the beautiful support team we've had, the builders, their hands, the design team, the beautiful donors who's made this possible. So can you imagine how many hundreds of people have been involved in this one structure that I can walk in and experience this beautiful, beautiful sense of color and design and awe at nature as it changed and moved. And I just stood there and I thought, this is what I need to do every minute. So these points of gratitude that we have done together, several of them, remember? The first one was to be grateful to the Father in heaven. The second one was to be grateful to the great ones, the hierarchy. Third, we were to be grateful to our spiritual teachers and all teachers who have taught us so much in our lives. And fourth, to be grateful to our parents, our friends, fellow students, our own students. You see how much we have to be grateful for. So today, we are going to go and continue with the 5th, 6th, and 7th points of gratitude. So when you're ready, close your eyes and put a nice smile on your face and take a deep breath. And just for a moment, pick anything you want and express gratitude toward it. Let's start with that beautiful, healing and soothing energy of gratitude. Pick something, anything. And just take a second or two and say, I'm so grateful. Today, I want to be grateful. I don't want to say or think anything that's ungrateful. So the 5th point of gratitude is to be grateful for all the blessings nature has given us. Just take it one by one. Think about the food that's put on your table, the beautiful feast of Thanksgiving, the family that you've been given, your children, grandchildren, parents, friends, here and in the higher worlds, they're still your friends. The beautiful smiles in the eyes. Think of that beautiful hawk sitting on top of the tree, just looking around and being beautiful, soaring into the wind. Think of the trees, the fruits from the trees. I'll let you go for about a few seconds and express your own gratitude toward nature, the blessings of nature. Torcom writes, once I was walking in the mountains. The trees and the stream were so beautiful that I wanted to hug the trees and kiss the water. The drops of rain falling on my face were like messengers of heaven. Whenever we do not have gratitude towards someone or something, we destroy them. When we have gratitude toward nature, we want to protect it. So imagine everyone in humanity, every single person, being grateful to our planet and wanting to keep it safe and beautiful. Isn't that what we're looking for? That reverence toward nature. Now let's go to number 6. We must be grateful to those who reveal our weaknesses to us and make us strive toward perfection. This is so difficult, but I can tell you from experience that it is one of the most important things you will do. Once you get over the pain and the hurt and the ugliness that you felt, look at the gift that came from it. A beautiful person told me recently, wait 6 months and you will see the reason why you experienced that pain. So let's be grateful to all those who revealed our weaknesses. So we are no longer enemies, but we release. We release that hatred, that pain. Remember, when you would like to reveal a weakness to someone, Torcom says, we need such people around us who, in a loving manner, help us shape ourselves. Now, people are used to now, in a non-loving manner, to criticize each other. They think that that is going to help their friends, but that is not the case. Let's do it in a loving manner, and as if we are the recipients of loving or not loving, pain and criticism, let's respond with gratitude. Just say thank you. Thank you for pointing that out to me. And you can look in yourself and say, is this true? If it's not true, dismiss it. But if it's true, if there's any truth in it, then you can bring it up and say, I'm grateful. As much as that hurts, I'm grateful. Let us close today with being grateful to all the abundance, what we are going to receive in Thanksgiving, the abundance of food, of family, of love, laughter, of joy, and life continues. It is so beautiful, it doesn't stop. No matter what happens to us, life doesn't stop. It continues. Let's express gratitude to that continuity. One more Om and radiate gratitude. Om. Thank you for being with me. Next week we will finish this chapter. I will finish the reading, and we will do the 7th, 8th, and 9th points of gratitude. There are beautiful. Practice gratitude this week during Thanksgiving, during every day of your life, toward anyone who helps you to grow and overcome. Thank you so much for being with me, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone around the world. I love you, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.